Hi everyone, my name is Choma. I am from Nigeria. I'm popularly called Pitch Queen. Let's just say it's because I'm exceptional at pitching, if I do say so myself. Well, I run a fashion company called Red Button. It's a premium women's wear brand based in Nigeria. We use upcycled industrial and agro waste, local fabrics and our handcrafted fabrics, and pretty much our local materials to create female apparel. Now, since I started this company in 2018, we have access to some of the best entrepreneurship opportunities globally. And in 2019, I won the National Prize for Creative Business Corp Nigeria. And then I went ahead to represent Nigeria at the global levels in Copenhagen in SIM 2019 at the global finals. So it's the Olympics for creative businesses across the world. And at the finals, I also won the African prize for the Global Creative Business Corp. And as soon as I got back to Nigeria, I thought, you know what, maybe I should start helping other founders learn how to articulate their value to access all these opportunities. I have been in corporate for over 12 years in different roles and different organizations, strategy and planning and project management, in construction. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should use this skill that I have to actually create an impact and help other startup founders learn how to articulate their value. And that's exactly how I started to host workshops, attend to people, coaching sessions and webinars and masterclasses, just for fun, just because I really wanted to help other people. It became too much, it became too hectic for me. So I thought, you know what, maybe I should just write a book. I should put together all of this, knowledge into a book so that I can reach more people. Then in 2020, of course, I started in 2019, and the pandemic came in 2020. It was enough time and excuse to be able to now focus on writing the book. And yeah, so I finished the book in 2020. In 2021, the book was launched. It's titled Pitch Mastery. Pitch Mastery is a blueprint for startup founders who want to learn how to articulate their value and access funding and other good opportunities. Now, this book right here, it's so easy to read. I know it's a business book, but it's quite easy and not very boring. But of course, if you're looking for funding, you need to do all you can, right? And read all you can to be able to make it. So yeah, so I wrote the book because I wanted to reach a lot more people, and it was taking a lot of my time. Remember that I have other businesses to run, and I thought, you know what, this book is going to do it for me. So I just get people, the people in my DM, instead of having 100 workshops, attending to 100 people asking me the same questions, I might as well just give them the book. Unfortunately, I played myself because right now it's become so much more hectic because a lot of organizations this time. I think the difference is it was a lot of people before, but now more organizations are coming for me to take master classes for people in their network, and the difference is that now I'm being paid. But anyway, yeah, so that's about the book. So many people have accessed this book. It's online, it's on Amazon, it's on Barnes & Noble, it's everywhere. It's on Okada Books, it's everywhere. And I have trained over 10,000 startup founders since 2019 that I started to do this. And yeah, it's been a fulfilling journey, and thank you very much for being here. The thing is, this is an expose, should I say confession? I've been trying to shoot these videos for 2 years now, to be honest. So you know how it is. I was in Lagos, Nigeria, and there's a lot of traffic, and every day I will complain, I'm too tired, I can't shoot any videos. Maybe tomorrow, maybe by the weekend I'll be more relaxed, and when the weekend comes, I'm sleeping and I'm thinking I'm too tired from all that traffic. So I it's just one excuse or the other. Okay, so it was equipment, and I have ring lights, I have microphones, I have everything. Bam, bam, bam. But finding the time, and I think it's the will actually, finding the will to actually shoot the videos, so it didn't happen. So I came here, I traveled, And I thought, you know what, now that I'm here, I'm a bit chill, maybe I should shoot videos. And guess what? Okay, well, I shoot videos, another excuse. I don't have my gadgets here. There's really nothing. I don't have ring lights, I don't have a microphone, I don't have blah, blah, blah. Another excuse. And then last week, I thought, you know what, I had a training session for some people somewhere. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should actually order new gadgets, right? So I ordered a microphone, I ordered a light, and guess what? It didn't come. It didn't come, so I thought, you know what, maybe I should just shoot this video. Just shoot the video like that. You use your phone, shoot the damn video. As long as you can hear and understand what I'm saying, and you can see me clearly, I'm good. So I just wanted to put this out there. Yeah, so just put it out there and start, right? So as we make progress, we'll keep tweaking. And then of course on my couch, because the more I want to set up a studio and get everything right, Rapture might come and meet me here, and I'm still planning to shoot videos. So yes, enjoy my videos on my couch. I'm going to be bringing you tips and tricks to pitch your business and access funding and access the best opportunities across the world. So stick with me and welcome to my channel. Okay, we begin. So the first thing I will talk about is discovering your unique value. What's that unique thing about your business or your idea that will stand you out from every other person? And in fact, why are we even having this conversation in the first place? Why, are we talking about learning how to project your value better, learning how to articulate your value? Why are we even interested in doing that, right? So entrepreneurs are springing up every day. New ideas are coming up every day, and the funding opportunities available are not equal to the number of entrepreneurs who are coming up every day, right? We have, so many opportunities. Even we now have even so many more entrepreneurs applying for those, the same opportunities, and not everybody gets it. So that's why exactly we're talking about discovering your unique value. That will help you stand out, because there's just so many people who are doing the same thing as you're doing or as you want to do. There's so many people who are running fantastic businesses. In fact, there are so many extremely brilliant people with extremely innovative ideas. I'm telling you, because I have been in the midst of the best startup founders, pitching for different things. And I know that so many of us are extremely, extremely brilliant and know what we're doing. But guess what? The competition is fierce. And you need to be at the top. You need to stand out at every point, right? And that's why I talk about discovering your unique value in a very special way. That's the first chapter in my book. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to read out some parts of it and then explain how you can go about finding your unique value. Now that we've realized why we're having this conversation, why you should discover your unique value in the first place, right? So how do you even discover unique value? How do you go about it? First thing is research. Research. I cannot overemphasize the importance of research, right? Researching other companies in your industry globally, wherever they are. How exactly are they running their operations? What are they doing? What are others doing that I can do better? What are the pain points of the customers that have not been really, met or identified by the existing players? And then what aspect of that industry has a huge problem that people are not really interested in, or it's unpopular? Now, let me explain what this means. So this is exactly what I did as well. So there are so many people who are doing the same thing as you. Now, a lot of people are doing extra things that's making them stand out, right? Or accessing some opportunities. Now, that's because there's something about what they're doing, right? So, excuse me, how can you incorporate something else? And it doesn't have to be some gigantic innovation. It doesn't have to be, the cure to coronavirus. It doesn't have to be anything, so big. It can be something as little as your customer service. It can be something as little as your brand sense. It can be anything, right? So anything that's very appealing to the customers, right? That creates a difference between yourself and any other brand. It's your unique value. Now, how do you identify that as a new founder? So for instance, what you can do, first of all, is to start researching other companies in your industry, how they operate, what are the kind of things that they do, what are the kind of materials that they use. So for instance, I would use, let's say in the confectionery industry. So people bake, very delicious wheat bread, blah, blah, blah. And you think it has to be something about my wheat bread, right? And then you think about, or you do your research and find out that there's someone in Venezuela that makes wheat bread with garlic, right? And you think, so if garlic can work with wheat bread, or if wheat bread can work with garlic, then maybe I should try onion in my wheat bread, or maybe I should try ginger, right? So the research helps you to see possibilities and start to think along those lines. How to create more innovation. What else can you do? Or if cocoyam works with oil, it means yam can work with oil, right? Especially if you don't have cocoyam in wherever you are. So for instance, I see that people are using this kind of material in the US, but this material is not commonly found in Africa. Now, what's the closest equivalent to this material in Africa? Then I find that it's ashoke, right? And then I'm using ashoke to achieve that aim. So in that process, I've discovered another use for ashoke, because I found something similar, another company that I admired used, right? So it's making me think, what are the other options? What else can I do? How can I innovate? Or how can I work on this material to create something different, right? Because you've seen the possibility of what another company used it for, right? And this is not copying in any way. In fact, please do not copy. Do not copy as much as possible. Do not copy. I do not encourage copying, and that's why I talk about thinking and innovating with what you have, what your mind has imagined, right? So if I'm researching a company that uses glass to make, or maybe that uses wood to make buttons, right? But because, I think, what are the things that look like wood that are around me that I can use, right? So I think of recycled paper, or I think of, coconut shells. I'm thinking of other things that I can use. So my mind is opening to other options. But now I'm using those options to create something else. Or I'm using something else to create, my products, because my mind has opened. My mind has opened up, and I'm seeing what other companies are doing, and then I'm using that idea to innovate in my own business, right? So they're using wood to create their buttons, and I'm thinking, there's no wood where I am, but I have recycled paper, right? Or I have coconut shells and that I can use, right? So I'm not copying them. I've innovated on the idea that I got from them, right? So research is important because it opens your mind to possibilities and what you can work on. And that's exactly how you can create a difference in your business. Because guess what? There's so many ideas that people are executing all over the world. Research all over the world. Just type on Google. If you're in the confectionery business in Denmark, confectionery business in wherever, in America, in China, in South Africa, there's something. So study the companies, especially the big companies. Study the companies, find out exactly how they work, the materials that they use, the kind of events they attend, their communication style, everything about them, their branding, their brand colors, what they represent, really just everything, just to understand, go in depth to understand what actually makes them who they are, right? Especially if it's a company you admire and you aspire to be like, right? And then use some of those things to start thinking and innovating in your own business. Or if they organize this kind of events for workshops, or if they organize this kind of exhibitions, it means this kind of thing can work this way where I am, right? So if they use glass tables as their pop-up, whatever, it means, since I have wooden tables here, it means wooden tables can work. If they have this here, it means this can also work. Is it possible that we can use this to achieve this? That's how you think, and that's how you innovate, right? Not necessarily copying. So research is the very critical tool in discovering your unique value, especially if you're just starting out and the inspiration doesn't come to you immediately. For some people, they wake up one morning and inspiration comes and bam, they have, some wonderful idea. But if your inspiration doesn't come immediately, you need time to keep working on it. In fact, even if it comes immediately, you still need time to keep working on it and keep improving and tweaking. So you need time, and this research I'm talking about doesn't happen in 1 hour. It doesn't happen in 1 week. In fact, it can take 3 months, 3 weeks, but just give it time. The more you look at it, the more you look at it, the more you can open your mind and see a lot of things that you can start working on. And don't be in a hurry. Take your time. This process is very critical to the success of your startup, because if you're looking to project yourself as different, as innovative, and start winning opportunities, there has to be something about your business, and research is the only way, to be honest. So the earlier you start, the better. I hope you got something out of it. Thank you very much for joining my channel today. Thank you very much for watching. And so like this video, of course, subscribe, share the video, and I'll post more videos as we make progress. Now, if you have any questions around pitching, around how to discover unique value, put in the comments. I will be answering questions in the comments. I will not answer questions anywhere else because I need it to be active here. So put your questions in the comments and I will answer them. So thank you very much once again, and I hope this has been insightful. Until next time, have a good one.